Jacob. And Jacob, tell everybody what firm you're from.
Yeah, so I'm Jacob. I'm director and founder of Advisory Corp Accountants, a small business related accounting firm. We deal with all things tax, accounting related for small businesses.
And you know that I love audit and I love auditors, but Jacob is a former student of mine. And what drew you to advisory? I know you'd done a cadetship in advisory, but what is exciting about advisory that you love every day?
For sure. I think I knew it sounds funny, but I knew I wanted to be in accounting from a very young age. And why I wanted to be in accounting was I knew that numbers drove businesses, and businesses, when I was a kid looking up, was always something that helped generate wealth, helped generate opportunities, and helped create better communities for people.
So were your families in small businesses?
No, but I had a tick for business. There was something about business I got really attracted to. I did business studies growing up. I don't know what it is. I'm very competitive. It could have been that. But I'd always look up to business owners in general. And the numbers behind the business would always draw me to it because I was really good at maths. I really liked my maths growing up. And so when you take maths and business, you create an accountant, in my opinion. So taxes, doing advisory services in that, budgeting, forecasting, understanding how businesses work, the commercial side of it. That's what really drew me to business. Why do I love it? Because, like I said, I think numbers drive businesses. And
if you get the numbers wrong, your business is more likely to fail.
Exactly,
so it's a really important thing.
For sure.
A lot of students think accounting means working in a big practice. They think of the big four, and you had been at a bigger firm when you were at Nexia.
That's right.
And you've moved through a range of smaller practices. What's the appeal of being in a smaller practice? And now you're on your own, and congratulations on starting your own firm. That's a big step. It can be a bit scary.
Appreciate it.
But what is that appeal of working with smaller organizations?
I think here's the benefits and of both. When you're in the mid-tier or the big four, you get a lot of really corporate big experience, right? You're going to do a lot of the technical stuff. I think a mid-tier is good because it's not too big, but it's not too small. So you get your hands dirty with a lot of the work, and you get
it's that experience, building that experience.
Exactly, building that experience. But then I thought to myself, when I was young, looking up, I was always small businesses that I wanted to help. And being at a mid-tier or a bigger firm, they're dealing with the bigger companies of the world. I didn't have that love for big companies. I always wanted to be dealing with the business owner. I always liked to be helping the small guy, the small business owner that's sort of trying to run. And when I moved away from the mid-tier, that's when I found a lot more of that experience. So you're not just the accountant they see once a year. You're not just, we'll do your tax return once a year and we'll take it from here. They really rely on you a lot more. And that's why I love doing what I do. You are actually a part of the business. You're a part of the success, and you're also there for the journey, through whatever. So for example, during COVID, you were the first point of call. So that's what I think a smaller firm gives you. It throws you in the deep end. It's challenging at times, but the experience is, in my opinion, unrivaled. But in saying that, the mid-tier taught me a lot of really technical stuff. Siri's even learning from him.
Siri's learning here.
But the mid-tier taught me a lot of the technical stuff, a lot of the heavier, more like really compliance tax sort of things. And then you can apply it to the smaller business sort of style of work, and I think it works well. I think it's well-rounded, but yeah, that's sort of my perspectives on both.
Awesome,
I think.
Fantastic. And you're based out here in the West, so it's nice to work close to home.
Oh, 100%.
I love my students in the city. I don't enjoy the 1 hour, 10-minute trek to the city.
Crazy.
In terms of students who are looking to get themselves into a similar position, to build a career as an accountant in a smaller practice, what is important to do in terms of, is it technical skill, is it branding, what is going to be important that they should focus on when they're at uni and in those first few years out of uni?
For sure. So I think the biggest thing that worked in my favour was during my second year, I started working as an undergrad accountant. And the pay was nothing spectacular.
My first salary was $18,000.
Yeah.
That was a lot of money at the
It was
time.
a little bit more than that. But it's you're buying the experience is the truth. And I can't explain when, especially for a small business owner, you have to imagine that time is of the utmost importance. And if you're getting a graduate and then going in and then training the graduate up, there's a solid downtime. And the reality is, if you're comparing an undergraduate who has experience to a graduate without experience, there's still a big time cost moving into the graduate. So my biggest recommendation is get some level of experience while you're still in uni.
Yep.
And it also helps like solidify your theoretical knowledge during work. What I found was the best subject I did, or second best subject besides what?
Oh, here it comes.
Was actually tax.
Okay.
Because it was related to my field. I could take it and I could implement it to my work, and likewise, it solidified the things I was doing at work, right? So experience when you're an undergrad, absolute key. And then I think the other big factor is just be willing to get in there, to get your hands dirty, and to just do the hard yards for a little bit. You're not gonna. Yeah,
no entry level job is glamorous.
No, it's not, and it's
not.
It's like it takes time. You have to understand that my first 3 months at next year was moving offices, okay, and they were paperless, but they had a lot of like heritage sort of stuff. For 3 months, I was scanning in documents, right? But you know what that taught me? You know what those scanning in documents taught me? I knew I could recognize the documents I was scanning, and after a while, I'd know, okay, this is an ASIC thing. Okay, this is an ATO portal printout.
So there's always something you can learn from even the most
100%
boring jobs or the most
100%.
menial types of jobs.
That's it.
You're a bit of a LinkedIn wizard. For anybody who hasn't, I'll give you a link to Jacob's LinkedIn.
Awesome.
And you've really been getting into social media.
Yeah.
How important is that in what you do now, working with small businesses?
Huge. Two major things. One is in a world where, especially now post-COVID, in a world where shaking hands has become more limited.
Yep.
Big group events have become more limited. You have to have a way to express your voice, to be heard, and to build a brand of some sort. And I read a quote that said, I can't remember it exactly, but it was theorized around, I don't want people to think something of me. I want to be able to show them what I'm like. So by putting out the content that represents me, people don't have to make assumptions about who I am, about where I'm from, about, they see I've built a presence now online. So hugely important in attracting clients, because when a client hears your business, the first thing they do is look you up. So if you haven't got a presence online, you almost don't exist. And then the other one is just networking. This conversation has come from a place of, sure, I went to uni, I was a student, but the follow-up after that, huge. Being connected with people on LinkedIn that you'll see the regular content, you'll see what they're up to, you'll know. And I
think it was when you started posting videos on COVID, I messaged you and said, this is I love this. We're not seeing any other accountants do this. And I had some tips, which he was very gracious about receiving. And then I think not long after you were listed on the 30 accountants under 30, or there was some sort of under 30 thing. What was that about?
Yeah, so that was the Accountants Daily do a award for in the industry. And then, I got nominated for 30 under 30 and put an application together, and I ended up winning in 2 categories, which
fantastic.
was insane. Yeah, I ecstatic. I couldn't believe it. I thought, I was a finalist, so I put up the finalist thing, and that was good.
I saw your name with the finalist thing, and I'm like,
that was it. Yeah.
Someone I know.
That's it. I was happy with that. To win it was incredible. And it's been amazing. It's provided a lot of opportunity. It's been really good.
So brand building is really important, and I think for those students out there, this is where your LinkedIn profile is your brand, right? It used to be the CV on the bit of paper, but the first time someone goes to look you up, it's going to be, what are you talking about? 100%. What are you sharing? Not just what are the experiences, but I will always look at someone's activity to find out what are they talking about, and if it's not just if you're going to share a post, the other thing I would always add to students out there is add your commentary.
Yeah.
2 or 3 sentences about what you
Absolutely.
think is happening. Oh, this reminds me of something we covered in class. Just to show that you're really engaging with the content.
Absolutely.
Because brand building is really important. In a business, the way I get my students to engage in activities is I build trust with them, right? And Jacob, that's probably going to be the same.
Pivotal, yeah, absolutely. So I think, people work with people they like, know, and trust. And what better way to do that than putting out regular content? And you're right, being insightful. Because sometimes as well, when I just share something, it's not contextual. Like there's a reason I'm sharing it, or I'm thinking a certain way about what I've read. So it is very important, in my opinion, as well, to put that 2-3 liner, make it your own, own that share or that piece of content or whatever. So completely agree on that. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jacob, for taking the time to chat to me today. I will link to your business Instagram and your LinkedIn pages in the description to the video. And I'm sure if you'd like to send a LinkedIn request to him,
100%.
he'd be keen to do so. Obviously, lots of people have sent a LinkedIn request to me as well, and follow me on social media.
Sure.
And if you have any questions, pop them in the comments and I'll send them through and get some responses back to you. So thank you very much, everyone. I hope everyone stays safe, stays well, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.